You're about to hear a clip from one of our Patreon exclusive episodes. To hear the entire episode, sign up now at patreon.com/Jenkins and Jones.
Sheesh. I didn't.
All right, let's get to our yaps of the week. I know not everybody had one ready at the start. I will go first, which is that Tyler sent us a picture of his beautiful car. Could you describe your car for people who have not seen it, Tyler?
Yes, 2002 Cadillac Eldorado. Last year they rolled them out, collector's edition. It's a beaut, all red with the black and red guts interior. It's my baby. Old Red Ronda's what I call her.
Love a good
Legitimately fucking beautiful car. And you sent us a picture of how bad the pollen is in fucking Richmond right now. Your car was covered in fucking pollen. And I know you keep that shit clean as fuck. So I know that was not a month's worth of pollen sitting on it. And I'm just saying, like, we've had this conversation on the pod before, but that's cum, bro.
Yeah,
that's tree fucking cum. It's everywhere.
They died 2 years ago, nigga.
Hey, give me that eye, Jeremy, right? I was potted in the dark, bro. I was out this bitch looking like the hunchback. But yeah, dog. I mean, that's Virginia, bro. Like, our seasons are extreme, and that's how I know that climate change is real, because we used to have extreme winters where we would always get a blizzard and have like 1.5 feet of snow every year or so. We don't get that shit no more, bro. Like, we get a dusting twice or so a winter. No more blizzards. Like, these kids don't even have snow days and shit no more. That shit's wild.
Damn.
We be out for weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Right, nigga.
But yeah, that's Virginia. Like I said, extreme seasons. And when spring springs around this motherfucker, it springs. And there's tree nut every motherfucker.
Tyler, what's your yap of the week, bro?
Okay, so I came across this really interesting theory. It was brought to my attention by Wesley Lowery. Y'all might be familiar with him. Reporter, Pulitzer Prize winner. Does incredible work.
Love Wesley.
Yeah, first hopped on my radar when he was covering the uprisings in Ferguson.
Yep.
You know, so he does incredible work. But he brought to mind a theory that has been floated through academia, coming up on the 100th year anniversary of The Great Gatsby, that movie and the titular character Gatsby, he is a black man passing as white. And I don't know if y'all have ever heard that theory. Yeah,
I'm like obsessed with I read The Great Gatsby every year. Yeah, I'm very familiar with that theory. Yes,
I'm not familiar with this theory.
Yeah,
I've never heard it.
It's extremely familiar, especially when you look at the premise of it. It is a dude who comes from a mysterious past and is trying to infiltrate his way into the higher ups of society, and everyone's like, okay, what's really your deal, right? Like, he's met with reluctance there, where
it's new money versus old money.
Exactly.
It's very Phil Jackson talking about LeBron James's entourage, like the dynamic between Gatsby and the old money in Long Island.
Right. And so I'm gonna highlight some things. Wesley Lowery, like I said, he wrote a piece on it. You can find it on his Twitter. I think his Twitter's like W Lowery. But he cited an actual quote from Fitzgerald in 1925, the year it came out. Like I said, coming up on his 100th anniversary, where Fitzgerald himself said, "Of all the reviews, even the most enthusiastic, not one had the slightest idea what the book was about."
Wow.
Yeah. And so I'm gonna read some excerpts from Wesley's piece, where he kind of lays out his case here. Narrator Nick Carraway, if you remember the movie, Nick Carraway was Tobey Maguire, right? Like the one to be down ass,
the new movie,
right?
Yeah. The older one was better. Yeah.
Narrator Nick Carraway famously opens the novel by recalling guidance provided by his father. Quote, "All of the people in this world have not had the advantages that you've had." Next, he introduces Jay Gatsby, a self-made man of unclear origin who hosts extravagant parties on his 40-acre estate. Like, if you know
I didn't even think about that.
Hoping to catch the attention of a former lover, Daisy Buchanan. Gatsby takes place in a time such as ours, inside an America full of disruptive change and white racial anxiety. Yeah, the 1920s were like the worst decade for fucking racial.
That's when the Klan was marching in Manhattan and shit like that.
Right. A time when the Klan became the most powerful force in American politics by stoking fear of immigrants, Jews, and Black Americans who spent the decades since the war migrating north, and at times, in cases, when their skin was light enough, passing within white society. If we don't look out, the white race will be utterly submerged. Daisy's husband, Tom, an aristocrat purebred, declares in the book's first scene of significance, "It's up to us who are the dominant race to watch out, or these other races will have control of things." Then he talks about how Gatsby's physical description is laid out in the book, right? Where he says his tan skin was drawn attractively tight on his face. Caraway says in describing Gatsby.
That's
and
black.
Yeah. And it's
black don't crack, nigga. You feel me?
Yeah.
You got that loose ass, soggy ass face.
At all.
You know,
and this one, it feels like even more of a giveaway. And his short hair looked as though it was trimmed every day.
No,
Like,
how did we not notice this?
Yeah. And
well, let's read this for first book of the book club.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. That like we
y'all are gonna be so annoyed by me if we do Great Gatsby as a first book. But
I love when you're annoying.